like 23 Savage right here is already half HP. Skewer comes in like 1 second late. Maybe with Empower they would be able to kill a hero, but fight is already over. Juggernaut gets a big Omni.
Yeah.
And this actually might be the game. I would not be surprised if they just try to close it out.
Lieutenant Commander.
Yep, for sure. I mean, they got mid racks. They're going to get bot racks for free as well. And tier 3 top is actually available. They have all the outer towers, but they're going to push in the wave the old-fashioned way.
But Mr. Roshan, he respawns.
We believe
so
he's being held by Syrian
we need to do
government
something about
forces in
second
the nearby village.
Number
Call
2
sign is
gives a
Randy.
bit too much. I would
south.
prefer if it's just Aegis plus a shard, because
Yes.
Aegis cheese shard.
Ice Frog, if you're watching, we've talked about this before, so hopefully you're not annoyed with us, but please do not remove shard.
No, shard is
Please.
very fun. It's a great addition.
Nobody actually cares about cheese. I don't want to, you know, whoever came up with that's fine. It's lasted for quite a while. You can retire the cheese.
Yeah, especially lactose intolerant people.
That's
like,
right.
They don't care about the cheese. It's
Well,
all about that Aegis.
I do carry around the lactate pills in my pocket, so I don't really care
So you
personally.
don't get annoyed by me.
That's right. That's correct. Thank you, lactose. Okay. I remember when you're one of your first events, somebody called you lactose or something like that. That's good stuff.
Gets confusing.
Yeah, 16K net worth lead for VP as they are absolutely dominating this one. And what do you think the biggest thing here was from VP's side? Like, was it just the timing worked out really well for them? Was it really just that first Roche?
It's not the greatest Roche taking lineup. Maybe you can take Alpha Wolf with the Enchantress. You have survivability with the Juggernaut's Healing Ward plus a heal, but that double damage made a hell of a lot of a difference. It would have not been taken down so quickly, and T1 might have enough chance to respond to it, and it gave like 5 minutes to Virtus Pro to be able to play aggressive around the map. GPK still sitting on 0 deaths because of it.
As we see 23 Savage now in the bot lane. Has the Hyperstone, so almost finished with the Assault Cuirass. Actually just purchases it now, so it's being delivered as we speak. So has the extra minus armor now and tankiness to go along with it. But from T1's perspective, as we do see the second Roche fall, so 5 into Aegis on GPK, and Shard went to Mr. Winter Wyvern. Very cool. So that is
Lower the cooldown of the Cold's Embrace, and Splinter Blast goes off once the heal is done. It's actually a huge AoE. It's the AoE of the Splinter Blast, I believe. It's 1200, if I'm not mistaken.
1200 is the AoE of most auras in the game. It's huge.
It's like we've done some testing during the major, and we got surprised by the way it works.
Big skewer, really deep. He must have taken that talent as well. All right, he's just going to Blade Fury out. They just don't have the damage to go with it. Yeah, has the 425 skewer range. I mean, you do have to kind of be careful here. You can't quite reach the fountain. Can't quite reach the fountain.
One skewer into Hex, into Finger should be enough, like plus a couple of right clicks from Raid King to be able to kill anyone. Juggernaut might be a bit too tanky with that status resistance.
Yeah, it's all about that status. He is going for the butterfly now. And, I mean, okay, let's talk about T1's chances here. Obviously quite slim. 18K net worth of 32 minutes is pretty monumental, but we've seen comebacks before.
We've seen, especially from T1. This is the team that knows how to make a comeback into the game when they're 10K gold behind. Maybe this is a bit too much, but we'll see the execution. Like, they need that big skewer into tier 4s, into Hex type of a play. Otherwise, they will just spin slowly. Siege tier 3 tower already at half HP.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that these players have young blood inside them and the quick fingers, I mean, from both respective sides, actually. See if they can actually, I mean, the problem is the Blade Fury, right? If you can just get that off, you're probably going to live, because that shard just gives you that extra move speed as well. Just create that extra distance needed. So they're just going to clean up this range Rax as, oh, he did end up going Desolator. We can't tell the difference with his auto attack, I'll tell you that much.
He did not have Desolator when I mentioned it,
no,
right?
he didn't. He did not.
Okay.
That's fine.
Well, he's listening. GPK tuned in just to see what casters are talking about.
Does he have a TV in his kitchen as well or something?
I don't know, but it's definitely one of those things where, like, this is not a Lina item. Like, this is something that Lina does not buy. And yeah, I'm glad he actually went for it.
Man,
it's very hard to tell the difference.
I love int carries, like int right-click carries, like the idea of it. Right now, it's basic. Like, I guess Puck doesn't feel the same. Like the attack speed matters.
He has damage talent. He has phase shift attack. So sometimes if you don't have enough damage, you might go for that Deso. Maybe Queen of Pain can become one. Wind Ranger is also okay. Queen of Pain nowhere to be seen. So yeah, pretty much these three.
See, Wind Ranger relies on her ult for the right-clicking. You know what I mean? Like, you have Silencer, in theory, is that other type of range.
We've seen how great a Silencer can be.
Historically,
maybe a Silencer. You know, with
well,
the
that's
shard,
what I mean. Yeah, I mean, the shard is actually pretty cool because it gives you the farm potential, right? But
like
I have yet to even see it in one game in pro play.
It's very hard because we've only seen one Silencer, I believe, throughout this whole tournament. 0 Silencers. Last major.
Small sample size, and it was support, so can't really give it a true judge. But yeah, can't wait for this patch to see if we can get some of these heroes that have been unpicked. Maybe Pudge can get some love so Jenkins can stop complaining to Ice Frog. I'm sure he's sick of those emails. GPK, level 23 now, applying a little bit of pressure to this tier 3 as we see a smoke now from T1. Only on a couple heroes, but the Magnus is really the one that you have to worry about here. Fortification is activated. LSA is going to clip 23 Savage. Is that a Lincoln Sphere?
There is.
It has the Lincolns. Okay.
There's no Lincoln Sphere.
There is. What is that? Oh, that's the Aphotic Shield cosmetic. Okay. I've actually seen that before.
These are some pay-to-win cosmetic. You know, Lina with the no Deso, acting like a Deso, and then you have Zephyr, who has some sick ABBA.
I mean, that looks like Lincoln's, doesn't it?
It really does.
I'm not complaining, by the way. I love this.
Maybe we need glasses, Sunsfan. Maybe that.
I have glasses. That's the sad part.
Maybe you need new glasses.
Yeah, new glasses for sure. All right, so Fortification is now down as the Lotus Orb is applied, so the double Wraithfire Blast. They're able to get that, and they have the 2 Siege Wagons as well, so see if they can do anything with it. GPK gets the Yules off, dodges the Wraithfire Blast. As a result, gets skewered back in around the tier 3, but the big Winter's Curse canceling the RP, which is still available. Laguna Blade is there. Omni Slash to follow. Carl actually uses it, but really to no avail. Does have buyback, but Wraith King, first life is done. Centaur, Hoof Stomp, not going to connect. That's not a Lincoln Sphere, by the way. It was the Aphotic Shield, just to be clear. Cold Embrace keeping the Enchantress alive for now. Magnus finally buys back into the game. There's another big skewer into the tier 4s. Could they actually kill the Juggernaut? They get Hoof Stomp off there. 23 Savage trying to do as much damage, but this heal, again, Cold Embrace with that talent. The Splinter Blast basically global at this point. Kingslayer finally being taken out, though.
But the Barracks, they will be getting the Mega Creeps out of this one. That was such a big curse coming out from Winter Wyvern in that fight. Like when they were about to hit the combo, they still have Empower. Also, Carl, unfortunately, in that fight, used RP, had the buyback ready, didn't get too much out of it. I think the play would be save the RP, buyback, and try to go for a play. So right now, they're playing against the Mega Creeps.
I think he was trying to time it with the end of the Omni Slash, which that's pretty hard to gauge.
It's tough.
Right? But
Boomers can't do it. These players on both teams are Zoomers, so maybe they are good at it. Also, we've seen the power of Wyvern. Once again, even without the Holy Locket, you still go for the talent damage. You actually take no damage. Juggernaut almost back to full HP. The missed chance, he's super tanky, sitting at 35 armor. Has also Trickster Cloak on top of it, so 20% evasion, magic resistance coming out from it.
I mean, the fact that Kingslayer actually had to look in his inventory to make sure that he didn't even have Eon Disc. It feels like that was a really long-range Winter's Curse, because that skewer, we've seen it with that talent, just able to take you to basically the other side of the map, it feels like. As you can see the Wraithfire, ooh, actually hits the Kobold, so 23 Savage, not a fan of that creep. Needs a buff.
Yeah, definitely. Lina hit level 25, extra attack range. On top of it, full Satanic, full Shiva's Guard. They find Spell Prism, Monitor Horn for Juggernaut. So he wants to have a BKB and another way of dispelling things. Just gonna keep it for now.
I mean, for VP right now, they have so much sustain, not even just with the Winter Wyvern, which we've talked about all tournament long, but the Enchantress, the Healing Ward, and even without that, T1's damage, just it does feel like it's lacking, but it's basically just Wraith King. And you're just, I think it's just too much reliance on this skewer. As you can see the Kobold,
oh no.
He actually drinks to his death.
Creep in Dota. It's the most badass looking creep, holding the golden chalice, having the gold necklace.
And he's the weakest. Very sad indeed. DM's gonna jump in onto the Wraith King. This is gonna be the first life. You can see Magnus on the outline, ready to go if he wants. 23 Savage, the Omni Slash is there. It's going to be basically just on him with the bashes. Laguna Blade is there as well. 95 seconds, no 23 Savage, but the skewer onto 3 rather, into the fountain.
Beyond this,
it's not really doing anything. T1 is still dying in their own fountain. GG is called. We're going to, well, I guess we were going to a game 3 anyway, but this ensures that we'll at least have a game 4.
Yeah, in a best of 5, we're definitely gonna go to game 3 at one point.
Usually.
Yeah, but overall, great performance from Virtus.pro. That first Roshan, the way they took it relatively quickly, considering they had a double damage, and from that point, it was just good performance. Like, I don't think they made any big mistakes.